name is Dan. I'm from Chelmsford, just outside London in England, and I'm a founder member of a project to help homeless people called Call to Be Kind. And I've been doing that project with other people for 3 or 4 years now. And I love travel, and this is my motorbike. And I have a project at the moment which is to ride my motorbike from the northern point of Europe to the southern point of Africa and go to as many homeless projects as I can to find out how they deal with homelessness and what the homelessness situation is in each country. I'm in St. Petersburg in Russia, and I'm at a project called Ночлежка, which means night shelter. So we have night shelters in England, but this is a little bit different. A lovely lady called Dasha has shown me around and described to me what they do here. So I'm going to talk about what Ночлежка does. It isn't just a night shelter. So there is a problem in Russia with homelessness, the same as anywhere else in the world. In St. Petersburg, which has a population of about 6 million people, there are 50 to 60,000 homeless people, and it's so cold here in the winter. There are lots of places for homeless people to stay, to be warm, not always in homes. It can be in the doorway of a building where there are heating pipes. But to help people who are homeless get back into normal life, Ночлежка, the night shelter, they have a holistic approach, and they have many services to help homeless people. So if you're homeless, you can come here, you can get clean, there are showers, you can wash your clothes, there are facilities for coffee, to charge your phone. They have a shop here, or not a shop, they have a room here which is open in the afternoons where people can get clothing. They have over here they have a van that goes out to 4 different places in the city in the evenings with clothing and food. Sometimes there'll be a doctor on the van to help the homeless people. And it really is a holistic approach here. People don't just come to the night shelter to get a bed. There is medical help, there is help with psychology, with their mental health. There is help to get them back to work. They can use computers, and it's just a really inspiring place. The building over here is the entrance to the night shelter, where they have 52 beds. The ratio is for every 4 men, there is 1 woman who is homeless, so the majority of the beds are for the men. I've been inside, and the rooms are quite big, but there's bunk beds with about 10 people in each room, where they have the bunk bed, and they're modern, they're painted well, with storage for their clothes, and a small little kitchen and a table and chairs. So whilst there's 10 to a room, people can function in a near normal home environment, which is just great. So Ночлежка, the project, it's a charity. It has collaboration with other organisations. You have these big bins which are on the streets where the community can donate clothing. They have other collaborations with restaurants who will donate food for the organisation. And the population of St. Petersburg really does support this project. It's been going since 1990, and the funding, the money comes from donations from individuals and from organisations who care and want to help. So the whole city is trying to do something, and they work with other projects who deal with drug rehabilitation, and it's a complete service where they're not just giving a bed. They want to help each individual get out of homelessness by adding all the different support that they need. So each person, when they arrive here, there's a consultation and they have an individual plan to help them get back into, I suppose, regular life as most people will know it, and to have a home, a room, and it's really good. It really feels good. In England, where I've been working with homeless people for some time, I've been to various different cities and I've seen the support that is on offer, and it's very, very similar to this. But the difference with this organisation, it's the biggest homelessness support organisation in Russia. It's the only big support organisation. They've been going here since 1990. A year ago, they opened a place in Moscow. It's not so easy in Moscow to get going because I'm told that the people of Moscow aren't as generous as the people here in St. Petersburg. But what they do in this organisation, or what I've seen in England, is there's a night shelter over here and a separate day shelter, and there's a separate drug and alcohol rehabilitation, and someone might go to a general practitioner and a doctor. But here, they deal with everything. They've got the collaboration with other organisations, they've got the van, they've got all the doctors and the support people and the mental health people who come in, and it's really good. I'm really impressed. The one really sad thing for me is that the situation for people in England and in Russia is the same. And it's that the government just doesn't do enough. In Russia, in England, not all of, but a lot of the support comes from the generosity of people who decide that they want to help other people, and that's exactly what's going on here. And that's not good, that the governments don't care as much as the people. And maybe the governments need to look at projects like this and projects that go on in England and other countries and recognise that people want change. But in the meantime, we have to be thankful for the caring people who work in organisations like this, and in other countries around the world. And in England, there are so many good people who help. And until the government recognises that they need to do more, then we have to rely on good people. Okay, so we're going to go inside now, and this is where, if you are homeless, you will enter the building. We have a laundry service in here, and when you come in, we have technology. You can check in here, and whether you need social help or help from a doctor, I don't know all the words, but you get a number, the same as you would in England in a hospital, waiting room, and you come through to the consulting rooms, where there are various different rooms where you will meet somebody and they will talk to you about your situation, and they will work out exactly what is needed to help the person, not just stay the night, but to get back into society. And as I say, they've been going since 1990, about 30 years, and they've got such great knowledge that they've got an education program here where they've got some people who take their experience and what they've learned about homelessness, and they go to other cities and other countries to explain how they work here, and that's really invaluable. I've invited them over to England, so let's see over the months and years whether we can do some collaboration, but it's really good work. So we've come upstairs and there's various rooms where people stay and sleep, and in here we have the library. So in the library there's activities, ping pong, people can use a computer if they need to apply for a job or communicate with anybody. The point of the organisation of the night shelter is to go through a process to help people get back into life. They call it a systematic approach, and in this room they have conversations and discussions about things, and it's just about helping people's confidence and giving them the tools they need to get back to work and get back into the life we all want. So this is Dasha. Dasha is amazing. She works for the organisation. She's been showing me around for the last 40 minutes, an hour, and we're in the clothing room, and as you can see there's shoes and boots and women's clothes and men's clothes, and they've even got some walking sticks and things for those people that need it. So Dasha, I would like to say thank you very much for showing me around here today. You're inspirational, and the work you do is great, and if I can do anything to help your education people to come to England or share our experiences, I'd really like to help you out with that. So thank you, that's great, really, thank you. Talking to Dasha for 30 or 40 minutes was so inspirational, hearing the work they do here, and the knowledge they've got after 30 years is incredible. And what I found so interesting was that they completely acknowledge the importance of awareness insofar as telling people that homelessness isn't because of drink or drugs. It's about a situation, it's about a circumstance that anyone can find themselves in life, and some people deal with these situations better than others, and that's the same as England. It's exactly the same. It's always a circumstance. And so what I've learned here, what I've really learned here, is that it doesn't matter whether you're in England or you're in Russia. We have the same problems, and we're trying to deal with them in the same way. We have the same understanding, same solutions. We just need to influence the people, so get the correct information out to people, and the governments, and we need governments to realise that this is a world problem. It's not unique to England, and it's not unique to Russia.